Stop lying. Bad boys are honest.
Bam.
Don't let the enemy steal your joy, because the Most High wants us to be masculine, happy, and joyful, and on our purpose, and whooping some ass in this life.
Bam. Bam. Bam.
And take your power back.
I'm bringing the bam.
Bad boy D. Masculinity. TV. Lying is never a good look, men. Anytime you're dishonest, it will come back to bite you in one shape or form of another. It's nice guys finish last, because normally their niceness is under a mask of unscrupulous, underhanded behavior that they think will put them to an advantage, but ultimately bites them in the ass. There are a lot of unscrupulous people that succeed in this world, but ultimately it comes back to bite them. The bad boys have more success in life when it comes to women, when it comes to getting what they want, because they're not unscrupulous or underhanded about it. They're brutally honest and they take what they want, but at least they're upfront about it and they don't cut no damn cookies. But we're so PC that we're trying to make it okay to be a fat slob. Ultimately, that could change the person's life for the better. They could live 10 years longer because they cleaned up their diet and started exercising because of that one comment. I despise the word nice. To me, it means phony and insincere and wearing a mask. Where the word kind, to me, means brutally honest sometimes, but speaks from the heart, or sometimes just don't say anything at all. Too many people feel the need to flap their gums too damn much. A lot of people have to learn the lost art of keeping your damn mouth shut. Moral of the story, check yourself if you lie. If you lie, catch yourself and remind yourself that was wrong. I shouldn't do it again because I'm gonna have something bad coming back to me because of it. They want to soilicize us and then roast us until the soylent oozes out of our pores like burnt soy sauce.
And you're dumb as a box of rocks.
We do joke about soy boys and beta males and stuff like that, but that's not a good state to be in, and it's really, really sad. What they're doing to us, guys, it's taking us out of our natural state, our natural masculine essence, where we feel strong. In my early 20s, I did lose hope, and I did start committing a slow suicide. I was drinking myself to oblivion every single night, because I gave up hope and I didn't want to actually do the deed, obviously. So the way I saw it in my head is the world's going to shit, so I'm gonna drink myself into oblivion every night, try to have fun in the process. However, that is obviously not the way to go. We have a lot of first world problems with the social media and everything. It's almost as if we have too much stimuli and stuff going on to cause these type of thoughts. And just think to yourself, there are men who have been through a hell of a lot worse than you. Like I said, easier said than done, but there are men who have been through much worse than you, and they persevered, they gutted it out. One of the number one robbers of happiness is comparing yourself to others, and that's why social media is so damn toxic, because you're subconsciously constantly comparing yourself to others, and it's not healthy. You can't expect other people to support you as much as you would want them to. It's a cold, dark, ruthless world that it even says in the Bible is run by the evil one. He's the god of this world. Non-capital G, no blasphemy. You gotta have something to live for, man. You have to be your own best friend. That's another thing you have to implement. You have to be able to look yourself in the mirror and love yourself and be your own best friend. When you enjoy your own company, you're never lonely. Having a good support system is good. Having people to talk to is good. But you can't always 100% rely on that. You have to be self-sufficient. Self-preservation. You have to preserve yourself and stay healthy and vital and masculine as long as you can.
The BAM.
Stay away from that new age hipster crap. That can make things worse. Sometimes when you delve into the red pill and maybe the truther community, you get into that new agey type stuff. The third eye and kundalini and chakras and prana and auras, and don't dabble with that stuff. I can't tell you not to go find medical supervision for stuff like this. But all they're going to do is prescribe you a drug that will supposedly correct brain imbalances. And if it is a brain imbalance, most of it can be rectified by lifestyle. Get more protein in your diet. I've talked to people who have told me they're depressed and they're eating junk, and there's no tryptophan or protein or tyrosine or stuff that increases your brain chemicals and that stuff. They're eating Doritos and junk food. And no wonder they're depressed. Eat healthy, whole food, including meat. No swine. There's lots of great supplements you can take, like tyrosine and rhodiola. Vitamin D. Get your vitamin D in you, man, especially this time of year. Get your hands out of your pockets. Walk tall with your chest out. Head up. Walk like a boss. Walk like you mean it in life. The Most High made us masculine for a reason, and He wants us to be happy and joyful. And we've never been bombarded by so much subconscious programming in our lives. The human brain hasn't been evolved for it. Well, it almost has been evolved for it, for how easily it can sink in. It's biohacking our human brain in a bad way. In just one quick scroll through social media, you can see dozens of advertisements, dozens of thoughts, a bunch of woke people saying woke quotes because they read one book. SJW propaganda, vegan propaganda. We're being subconsciously programmed like crazy from social media. And don't even get me started on television's commercials and film. One of the best ways to be red pill and detach from the matrix is detach and stop consuming mainstream programming. If you're constantly consuming it and you're not self-aware of what's going on, and you're just, because that's what the tube does. When you're watching the tube, you kind of switch off a little bit subconsciously, and it allows the subliminal programming and the subconscious programming to sink into your brain, whether you know it or not. Because once you're red pill and you detach, you become well more aware of the programming. Because man, if you're consuming mainstream media on a regular basis, you're gonna be fighting blue pills all the time. Whether you like it or not, because it's subconsciously going in your brain. That's why people are getting so depressed because of social media, is they're constantly seeing everybody's best of themselves. Everybody's putting the best of themselves up there. And they're subconsciously comparing themselves to others, to them. And one of the number one causes of unhappiness is comparison. I highly, highly encourage people to detox from social media and mainstream media. It's extremely beneficial. And in my opinion, you can't be truly red pill unless you do that. There's exceptions to the rule. If you have a business, you're an influencer or a content creator, yes, you do want to be on social media. It's a great way to make income. You want to be a mover and a shaker, but you don't just want to be a viewer. You want to be an influencer. You're wasting your time doing shit for free and putting yourself behind when there's something that you could be doing on there that could actually earn you some money, or you could be doing something else that earns you some money. If you watch television and movies, cut back as much as possible. If you watch 4 movies a month, cut back to 1. If you watch 5 television shows, cut back to 1 television show. And when you do, and if you do, instead of just melting into that daze where you can subconsciously be programmed, put on those red pill lenses and try to see through the deception and the lies. It's fun. It's like a good, healthy brain challenge to, instead of just sitting back and let it soak in, sit back and think and try to pick out, look at that, it's fun, it really is fun, trying to pick out, damn, you feel, truly, I hate the term, but you feel woke, you feel red pill, when you can spot little blue pill Easter eggs and programming and the garbage that's out there right now. And this applies to content creators too. Truly look through the content creators that you are watching. Use real discernment when consuming any kind of content.